Are you always affected about people's opinion about you, or are you the type that's easily swayed based on people's opinion? Whether it's decision making or self confidence. Today, we're going to be discussing 5 key things you should be looking out for before you take anybody's opinion into account. Hi, my name is Habata, and welcome to the 20s Club.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
Now, there are actually so many times, like a lot of the times, most of us, before making a decision about our lives or anything else, we always seek second opinion. While that one is totally fine because, well, they say two heads are better than one. But sometimes some people's opinion can really affect our choices in life. For example, have you ever seen a beautiful dress that you love online? You have the budget for it, everything looks good, you've calculated everything, but then you decide to ask maybe your friend or family for their own second opinion. All of a sudden, that excitement you have for that dress will go down the drain, or maybe like us go down the drain just because of that one person's opinion. Or maybe we wake up one morning with a big idea ready to conquer the world, but we decide to ask a third party what they think or what is their opinion. And that person typically just put like negativity in our idea, and we just end up wrapping that idea into a piece of paper and dump it in the bin. The point I'm trying to make here is opinion can be good and bad, and be able to see beyond people's words, people's thinking, and why they say certain things is very important. You might not know the intention of this person, but if you're able to read between what this person has said to you, whether it's bad or good, you'll be able to make better decisions for yourself. By the end of this video, you should be able to make better decisions based on other people's opinion, whether it's good or bad. You might also be wondering why it's people like celebrity, even though they get so much hate or even though they love their fans so much, but they typically decide not to pay too much attention of what their fans are saying, whether it's good or bad. But they at this point know the risks of that, of other people's opinion in their life. So without further ado, let's go to our point number one: ignorance. Now, when I say ignorant, I don't mean like someone who like literally have not been to school before or whatever. That's not what I mean. I mean ignorance to the situation. When you tell someone your problems or whatever is bothering you, you want to make sure that this person have at least a tiny bit of idea of what has been going on in your life before they have the power to judge, or before they have the power to make an opinion about what you're saying to them. Make sure that this person has have little or a slightest idea of what you're talking about. The reason I'm saying this is because when you explain things to people about, when you explain certain things to people that they have literally no idea about, they tend to give you the wrong idea, and that can impact your decision. Well, imagine asking an OBGYN for a heart disease advice. They typically have no idea about that, even though they're all doctors, but that doesn't mean that they all specialize in the same field. So know who you share your opinions with. Make sure they have a better understanding of what you're talking about, and make sure they've been there before you take any advice from them. Because give it or take, those people's opinion will potentially like enter your life or make a great difference, depending on who you say them to, depending on how you process this information that you get from this person. Lack of empathy. Now, we might say, oh, this person likes me, whether it's a friend or family or someone you've been literally just met. You might think that this person have an idea of what you're saying. Let's say the person have an idea, the person have been there. And a typical example is like a dating advice. Let's say this person have been married before, I've dated so many people, or this person is older than you. In your mind, you might think that, oh, this person should know what this thing is about. And typically they have idea, but people's experiences are different. So some people have lack of empathy when it comes to relationship. Now imagine taking advice from someone of that kind of mindset. The thing is that people with that mindset literally don't have emotional relationship when it comes to romantic affairs. So if you are there crying your eyes out, let's say for a guy or for something else, they might not have the best advice for you, because when it comes to that aspect, they don't have empathy, they don't care, because maybe either based on past experience, or they've seen it all, or maybe they have no idea what it feels like to have a heartbreak. So if you're gonna go and wallow your problems to someone who literally don't have any empathy in that area, I want you to think twice about it, because based on what that person is gonna tell you, it's gonna judge the outcome of what you're gonna do next. And you don't want someone's opinion to influence you into a bad decision. So try the most to find someone that really understand your feelings and really understand where you're coming from before you take any opinion from them. My third point is gonna be experience. Now, it's similar to my second point, but when I say experience, I mean time lapse, like time differences. For example, someone who was born in the 80s or 70s will have different experience with someone who is born in the 2000s or even now. So if you're wondering or wallowing about an experience with literally that person has a very bad experience about, and he's gonna just see it as like, oh my god, you're lucky, I don't know why you're complaining. A typical example can be the education system. Now, if you go to someone who go to school in the 80s or 70s, they had it very bad. And literally they had to like digest everything to the last point of it. They have no internet, they have no AI, they have no like they literally don't have just have their brains. And everything they've achieved is based on their own hard work. Now, fast forward to 2024, if you are in education and you go to this person and say, oh my god, my schoolwork is killing me, I don't know what to do, or I don't know how to handle it, this person is gonna look at you like a total joke, because in this person's mind is going to be like, oh wait, what are you talking about? You have literally everything. When I was going to school, I don't have all of these opportunities. I don't know what these opportunities look like. I wish I had these opportunities. Now this is where like the switch play syndrome come in, because they are going to think that I wish I switched places with you. If I had switched places with you, I would not have suffered the way I've suffered. And you literally have everything in your palm, but you stay complaining. So what are you complaining about? So they're gonna give you the most bizarre, or the most like, let's just say something you wouldn't even want to hear. What you should be doing as an individual that take this information is literally try and process what this person is trying to say to you, instead of just take everything into account that they said. For example, you can look at the age gaps and say, oh, okay, this person is old and I am young. Well, it's different. Or you can look at the experiences, where they live, how they lived their life before. Just like I said, experiences count. Someone who has had the experience of having money and someone who has been broke before have two totally experienced. So, but however, if you explain your problem to someone who has been broke before and now get rich, they have been there. They know what it feels like, they know what it looks like, so they'll be able to give you a good advice. Now at this point you might see like what I'm coming from, because if you look at the experiences of these two people, it's totally different. So like for example, I myself, I go to school, right? And I have a daughter, I have a child when I go to school. So if someone comes to me that also in the same situation but is finding it difficult to navigate the system, and saying to me, oh Alberta, I'm finding it difficult commuting between school and home, picking my daughter up from school or whatever that the case may be, I can be able to relate and I can be able to give the person best advice, because I have been there, I've done it, and I literally know how it feels like. My experience might be maybe slightly different, but the fact remains that I have been there. Compare if someone come and talk to me about what, let's say, was something random that I've never done before, I'll be like, what are you talking about? And in my opinion, God knows, like my opinion will not be one of those opinions that is gonna turn out good, because I have not had the experience before. So talking to someone who has been there, have the experience, and know that this person can give you the best advice is very good. So whenever you wanna take an opinion from someone, make sure that person has been in your shoes before. And also, whenever you want to go to someone, try and filter a lot of the things that you're going to say to this person, because some people can be triggered by certain topics, and based on that, they can come off as rude, or they can come off as not so polite. And if you're going to take that and put that on yourself, it's just going to hinder your self-confidence at the end of the day. The fourth point is, now this is a general, like we all know this, we've had this word, who cares? No one cares. No one cares what you do. No one cares how you live. Like, no one cares. But the truth is that that's actually true, because sometimes no one cares. No matter how much you complain, what you do, or XYZ, or whatever you're going through, the truth of the matter is no one cares. And when people genuinely don't care about what you're going through, they can relate to your feelings. So in return, they're just going to bombard you with things that they think is right, or they think you should be doing. Now, if you're someone who is easily swayed by people's opinion, or swayed by people's what, you're gonna take this into account, or you're gonna take this and put this burden onto yourself and say, oh my god, this person said this about me is true, this person said that about me is true. But what you should really think about is that you have to know who is suffering here, who really matters in the situation, before you take anybody's opinion into account. Once you've answered all of those questions, that you should be able to go deep down and dissect whose information is relevant, whose information is not relevant. For example, the internet at this point, like everything you want on the internet is there, every information you need is there. So sometimes some people, as well as you see some people who can just literally go to the internet to just cry out their eyes out with their problems, relationship, whatever it takes. And people really think that people genuinely care. That's why you go to some comment section, you see comments like, well, handle it, deal with it, no one cares, or stuff like that. Or instead of helping you with the situation, they turn become a hater towards that situation. The fact of the matter is, literally, people don't care. People don't care what you do. People don't care how you feel about certain situations, because everybody is entitled to an opinion. So know that whatever someone says is what they're thinking, and is what that person is experiencing at the moment. The fact that everybody is in a box, your box might be bigger, my box might be smaller, everybody's box is different. Just like how they say is the fingers are not the same. So my mindset will be different from your mindset in a certain given situation. What you be typically excited about will be the less of my worries. What you be thinking about that is very stressful will be something like I genuinely don't care about. What you care about, or what you see that is not stressful, will be something that stressed me out a lot. So you have to know the fine lines between what to take and what not to take, who to listen to and who not to listen to, before you go on and make a decision about your life. We've had a lot of the times people say, oh, people said I don't look good in yellow, people say I don't look good in blue. Well, they think that because maybe they don't look good in blue, and maybe they've tried it, they don't look good in blue. But what about you? Everybody's different. Maybe you can pull it off, you never know. So be very mindful of comments or opinions about things that people say about you, because the fact is, literally, people don't care. My fifth point is going to be lack of self-drive. Now, when people have lack of self-drive in them, they tend to push that into someone else, because they cannot handle the fact that they are the only ones who are lack of self-drive, so they need to push this negativity to someone else. Now, you are as the individual, on the other hand, should be aware of this type of people in your surrounding. Make sure, if you have your next big idea, you have something going on for yourself, choose who you share them with, because God forbid you meet someone who literally have no self-drive, literally have no plan for success in their life, and you share your plans for your success for yourself. They're gonna let you just put everything in the back, because they don't have the drive to do it. For example, if you have let's say a competition coming up where you think, oh, you know what, I'm gonna sing in front of the school, it's my first time, I've never sang before, but I think I can sing, I'm gonna go into this competition, and you meet someone literally like that, they don't want to do anything. The only advice they're gonna give you is don't do it. Why will you do it? Don't embarrass yourself. I know you can sing, but keep it to yourself. You don't need to do that. All of that, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't count or anything. Well, you don't know that if it wouldn't count, but if you take that other person's advice, you might as well just grab everything and put it in the bin. And I can promise you for sure, this is what killed so many people's dream up to date. And people literally live in regret. Like, I wish I didn't listen to this person. I wish I didn't listen to this person. So be mindful of who you share your things with. Be mindful of who you share your ideas with. Make sure you share your ideas with people who want you to win, who want you to succeed, who want to see you on a big stage or whatever success they want to see you in, who can really push you and who have things going on for themselves. Because if you're like a fighter or you're going for this big success, you want to make sure you explain your ideas to someone who also have something going on for themselves, because they only understand the struggle and they can give you their own tips and tricks on how to make it happen. Which is why nowadays we see people like Bill Gates or these millionaires on TV trying to share tips on how to make it in life. Learn from those people. Don't learn from someone from your backyard or someone you met at the playground, which, well, they say you can find great things in garbage, but not everything. So make sure you sit down with people who have big dreams, who are like achievers, who can literally inspire you to do the next big thing in your life. Do not, I repeat, do not make a mistake of sharing something with someone who literally lack self-drive, because just as them, they want you to look like them. So all they're going to do is just bring you down so they can be on your own level or on their own level. And as always, if you stick around to this end of the video, I have a bonus for you. Be your own self-judge. Learn to judge things by yourself. Trust your instincts. Learn to sit down, analyze things, and make judgment based on your instinct. Avoid second opinion. Don't go outside and look for things that you can literally solve by yourself. Learn how to analyze things for yourself. Do your own research, and unless you think this is beyond you, which literally is not the case most of the time, we just lack the confidence to say we can do it, and we just want that pat on the back and say, yeah, go, you can do it. I know you can. But most of the time we have the answers to the questions we ask people. So why ask if we can self-analyze? Make sure you self-analyze, because what's that going to do for you is it's going to help you to process a lot of ideas, help you to process a lot of information before, and also even give you the confidence to do what you want to do. Do not hand over your life to people. There is a saying that a horse always follow the person that hold its reins. Do not hand over your reins to someone, because then you're going to be on the leash of that person for the rest of your life. Be mindful. Make sure you make the right decisions in life. Ask questions, but asking questions doesn't mean you have to take what that person tell you. What that means is that you should be able to analyze information for yourself and make them count and apply them into your own life. Remember, you are the captain of your own boat. You get to decide whether this boat sinks or whether it moves forward. Always remember that. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. You can like, subscribe, or comment. Come join the club. Come join the Tony's Club. Let's all help each other here, and I'll see you again next week.
Say what you wanna say to me